It's Tim with the University of Vinyl. Back today, I have, this is a little bit different. So I was on a business trip this past week. I'm filming this on Sunday. And I had a 3-hour drive in Colorado on the way home. And I've gone down the rabbit hole on this stupid Last Train Home single that John Mayer dropped about a month ago now. His new album is coming out on July 16th. It's called Saab Rock. And I thought we ought to talk about this a little bit. This song, an accompanying video, and then he's done a live performance. It wasn't in studio. It looks like it came from a remote location with a very stylized set on the Jimmy Kimmel show a couple weeks ago. Anyway, this whole situation is like catnip for me. I pulled up this song on Spotify on that road trip home on Friday, and I found myself putting it on repeat. I must have listened to this thing 10 times in a row. I guess I have to confess I'm a John Mayer fan. Now when I say John Mayer fan, let me qualify a couple points first. I really appreciate what he's done for the Grateful Dead community. So he has stepped in, revitalized Dead and Company, as they're known now. I saw them in 2019 at the Boulder, Colorado show. It was amazing. Just fantastic. It's just great to see Bob Weir out there and the other guys, the other originals, still keeping this music alive. You've got kind of a younger life force in John Mayer, who brings in his own kind of audience and expectations. Outstanding guitar player. He stays within the boundaries of Jerry's work, but steps out occasionally, and it all works. And you've got to give props to Mayer putting together the John Mayer trio. That included, and this was talk about a power trio, that included Pino Palladino on bass. Pino Palladino is an exceptional bass player. He's played with The Who. He replaced John Entwistle after John Entwistle died with The Who. He's just an incredible bass player. Steve Jordan on drums, absolute powerhouse. So I give props to John Mayer for that as well. And, the last album, The Search for Everything, is a fine album. Really, really good. I listened to part of this whole rabbit hole. I found a John Mayer fan podcast that I listened to yesterday. And they were saying that The Search for Everything, in a poll amongst John Mayer groupies and fans, is actually ranked number 1. So John Mayer is 43 years old. He's been in the game for 20 years now. And the fact that his fans like an album, his most recent release from 2017, voting it as number 1, that says something about this guy. So back to Last Train Home. Let's break this down a little bit, right? When I hear that song come on, you've got some gated reverb on the drums. You've got Greg Philippines on keyboard, Prophet 5. In the official video, he's doing a total stretch where he's playing 2 keyboards and just kind of grinning and bearing it. You know, Mayer has got a Soldano amp behind him. Soldano amps, they're the creme de la creme as far as the vintage gear nuts are concerned. Mark Knopfler, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Clapton, many others, Eddie Van Halen, they were all using Soldano amps at one point in time. Mike Soldano is an incredible designer, and these things apparently give out just $1 million tone, right? And you can hear that in this video, or in this song. Mayer is effortlessly reeling off 1989, 1990, 1991 Clapton riffs, right? And that brings me to the next point. If you look at the official video, this thing was lifted, the concept was lifted 100% from like a 1989 Eric Clapton video. Pretending, I think, is the video. We're going to show some comparison clips. Now, I don't have any albums to show today. That brings me to my next point in this whole situation. I went so far down the rabbit hole yesterday on that song. It's such an earworm. I was out running errands and I said, you know what? I need a copy of Toto 4. I don't have Toto 4 in my collection. I went to 3 record shops, I couldn't find it. I was disappointed. So it's on my list of things to find. I think there's a Bob Ludwig cut of Toto 4 out there. And that whole keyboard Prophet 5 synth move at the beginning of that song and throughout that song is totally Africa, right? It's Africa to 11. So John Mayer, reading some interviews, he's starting, first of all, the drip campaign on this thing is amazing. John Mayer's on TikTok, he's going on Clubhouse. His Instagram feed is fun to watch. If you go to his official page, it's all been Saab Rocked out. You've got all the primary colors of something that looks like it came from 1988-89. The cover is amazing. I love the extra touch where they've got the vintage nice price sticker on the vinyl. And of course he's doing all the variants, right? There's a purple swirl, there's a pink swirl, there's a Target exclusive. They're all sold out. You can go get the black vinyl, which I probably will. And it's just, I don't know. I guess I'm part of the target market. It worked for me. Anyway, this is a little bit of a different video, but I tried to talk to my wife about this and she laughed at me, so I thought, well, I'll put it out there. Sob Rock is coming out on July 16th. I don't know if the vinyl records will be available on that release date. Sometimes there's a delay with records getting pressed, as we all know. I do know that it's been mastered at Sterling Sound. This is produced by Don Was. Everybody knows Don Was. And I think this is going to be a really good record. The only knock, from what I understand, there's only 7 new tracks. 4 of these tracks are singles that Mayer has put out over the last year and a half, basically. But I am in love with Last Train Home. Oh my God. I mean, this is a total throwback. And Mayer has said in interviews that this thing was recorded during lockdown, coming out of lockdown. It was a respite from all the bad news with COVID-19. He holed up at one point and finished the album in Montana in a tent when things flared up in over the holidays in early January with COVID again. But he got this thing finished. In addition to Greg Philippines on all the synth and keyboards, he's got Lenny Castro along for the ride on Last Train Home. I don't know if he's on other tracks, but This guy is a joy to watch in that video. He is working the bongos and the congas like it's 1982. And you know, Lenny Castro has played with, well, he's played with Toto. He's played with Clapton, I believe, as well. I know he's played with Stevie Nicks. I think he was on a Fleetwood Mac tour or two as well. So you've got him going nuts on congos, and it's just a really good, feel-good song. You know, it feels like it could be 1985 again, and I'm getting ready to watch Live Aid with Dire Straits and Sting coming on for Money for Nothing. That's what Mayer has talked about, saying this is a look back to those days, a comforting, ear candy-ish song, which definitely Last Train Home is. If you guys haven't heard it yet, check it out. If you like vintage pop music like I do and what I've been talking about in a lot of recent videos, you'll see the connection is easy to make from this song looking back. I think it sounds amazing, and I'm going to watch the video again. See you soon. Take care.